All right, please give a big welcome for our next guest, AdamG.
Absolutely amazing. Thanks. Okay, so do we just jump right into it? Do we just go right into it?
Just jump right in.
Right, cool. See, I have flashcards, but I might not use them. I might just throw them on the ground because it's hard to use only one hand with them. That's okay. Well, this is really nerve-wracking. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, I had it pretty good when I was growing up. I had a caring, loving mother and father, and I had the perfect balance between a harsh white family and a strict Asian one. Con of being in a white and Asian family is that the foods don't really mix that well. Like, you can't have soy sauce with spaghetti or ketchup with tofu. I don't think I tried that at a family gathering, but that was only a one-time experience for me. Pro, I don't have to be a prodigy in both piano and violin. Just piano. Do that. Not really pro or con. I can differentiate from the two sides pretty well. Like, my white side is like, my grandparents live in Livermore, and they have a vineyard, and I have the Taiwanese worker immigrant grandparents. But who knows? Maybe my grandparents helped build the train tracks and ship the wine for the other. Pro of having white and Asian parents is that it's pretty easy to it's pretty easy to make fun of my different racial backgrounds because of how distinct they are. Like, the rich white side shows when I have a car ready for me as soon as I get my license. And the Asian side shows when I'm excited that it's a cheap, recycled, beat-up 2006 Prius that I did dent in the first week of driving. But don't worry, nobody got hurt in that accident. The only thing that did get damaged some was my mother's pride when my driving habits didn't include tailgating people as much as she did. Also, some people might not get it when I say harsh white family. But for clarification purposes, my dad, both his brothers, and 2 of my aunts did graduate from Stanford, so many people expect me to be smart, right? Although, if I did apply to Stanford, I wouldn't have to lie about being on the swim team. And just like this comedy presentation, I may have over-exaggerated in my application, but I'm pretty sure my parents can cough up enough money for the special counselor, so I don't think it matters that much. I'm not really a religious person, so power to y'all who believe in God, but I've only found myself praying in like very few situations, but 9 out of 10 times it's when I'm taking the Taiwanese public transportation when I do visit Taiwan. Like, nobody else in the bus seems to care that, like, the driver's 80 years old and he's racing to get to the next stop as if he's practicing for like a Grand Prix or something. Like, it's bad when you don't have enough fingers to count how many 2-wheel turns he takes. Like, he's scraping by like entire rows of elementary school children, like with their little dinky yellow jackets. But they're probably just going on a field trip to a local sweatshop so they can buy a new pair of socks with the 12 cents an hour they make at Amazon's warehouse. So, and on the topic of capitalism, oh, sorry for that, I'd like to point out another thing you should try when going to Taiwan if you ever visit. Definitely check out the night market there, because you can literally buy like anything at the Taiwanese night market. Okay, maybe not anything, like you can't buy people. You should probably go to China for that one. But China actually sells everything. Like, you can get seafood to household pets, like on their streets, and you have to remind them to fry, boil, or chop it up raw. So, when I would go to the Taiwanese night market myself, I'd go up to like a clothing store and like see some cool hoodie and be like, oh, how much is this hoodie? And of course, I wouldn't understand them, and they wouldn't understand me because I never paid attention to Mandarin. So I'd ask my mom, oh, how much is this hoodie? And she'd be like, oh, that's 5,000 NT. And I'm like, Mom, English dollars. English money, and she'd be like, "Oh, $3." I'm like, "Sweet, inflation." It's actually really nice buying cheap clothes. God, I love capitalism. Maybe not like most of the world, but I do, and I'm pretty sure that's what matters. Although, maybe if capitalism hadn't destroyed the Asian economy, they could have afforded seatbelts on buses. That's the whole thing. Also, okay, so for influences, I did Dave Chappelle and Robin Williams. Dave Chappelle did a lot of racial and stereotyping jokes, and I found that pretty funny. And since I already did pretty funny, and since I did a research paper on Asian expectations, it fit pretty well. And the other one was Robin Williams, and he had some really good comedy techniques, like saying something and then exaggerating more on the point, and then even going further. And Robin Williams was just overall a great comedian that I think I learned a lot from.
Cool. All right, audience, questions,
Yes.
comments.
You killed it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you think that you'll be doing this kind of performance again someday? I think you definitely showed that you're natural at stand-up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You only had 2 weeks too, really, to develop the script and everything, so that was pretty impressive.
Yes.
Did you show any of your script or anything to your family?
Many times. My mom loved the tailgating joke. Not really, but yeah. It's good.
Okay, thank you very much, Adam.